set of questions now. Right. So we're good to go. We'll be putting up the first question. We'll put up the first question. Kanika, let's shift to the first question. Kanika, the first question. Yeah, the question slide is up and I hope it is visible to all of you. Question 1, the top line reads, an essential worker. Saint Nicholas of Myra, also known as Nicholas of Bari, was an early Christian bishop of Greek descent from the maritime city of Myra in Asia Minor. During the time of the Roman Empire, because of the many miracles attributed to his intercession, he is also known as Nicholas the Wonder Worker. Saint Nicholas is the patron saint of sailors, merchants, archers, dependent thieves, children, brewers, pawnbrokers, unmarried people, and students in various cities and countries around Europe. In legends, he has been noted as a very generous man. So basically, we are detailing about this specific saint who was a very generous man, as elaborated in the question. So you need to tell me, what is the significance of this specific bishop? How do we know this bishop better? Or what could this bishop be known as in different cultures as? Why could it be there in the quiz? What is so significant about this bishop that this bishop would be there in the quiz? Right? I won't give you much time on this question. I'll be giving you just 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. We'll be heading on to the next question now. Put up the next question. Question 2 reads, everybody's a Don until the real Don walks in. Sir Charles Moses, the general manager of Australian Broadcasting Corporation, wanted to immortalize a certain numerical figure dedicated to his friend and a national icon, X. As a result, the ABC's mailing address in every capital city of Australia is PO Box 9994. Identify X and the significance of the number. Very simple, very straightforward. Focus on the number, focus on the other details which are given, focus on the company which you're talking about. Just there are a lot of hints. There are a lot of hints all over the place in this question. So you can surely put in your guesses, just throw it in. And I won't give much time on this question too. We'll be just giving you 5 more seconds to feed in your answers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. That's it. Let's head to the next question. Question 3, quick question. Name the first astronaut in space. One of my favorite questions. I love this question always. So it's a very good question. Name the first astronaut in space. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Let's move on to question number 4. Now we'll take some time on this question. Due to rupture of bicep tendon, a bulge is developed in the person's arm. This bulge is often referred to as the X arm. A biologist wrongly attributed the reason for X arm to Y, which according to his studies had more iron content. X and Y are synonymous in another world. Give me X and Y. Right? It's very easy. Just think what this whole injury could look like on a person, what you can connect it to, and then you will be able to arrive on the answer very easily if you can just connect two distinct set of fields. Honestly, like the other world which you're talking about may not be very directly related to this whole biological or anatomical thing which we are talking about initially, right? So you just have to connect the dots and you'll be there, and I'll be giving you just 5 more seconds on this question too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. That's it. We'll be moving on to the question number 5. Question number 5 reads, according to mythology, X was a minor goddess and also the wife of god Agni. The word X means oblation. She was originally a nymph but became mortal after marrying Agni. She is considered to be daughter of Daksha. She is thought to preside over burnt offerings. The gods to whom the offerings are made refuse the offerings if the word X is not uttered after each offering. Identify X. What is this word which is uttered before making so many offerings? Like What could this be? And how this word X is also the name, is a minor goddess, and is also the name of the wife of god Agni. There are too many hints there. You can easily figure it out. Just look at the question. Look at the word oblation. Right? I'll give you just 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Let's move on to the next question now. Who is Ram speaking to? The gist of whose conversation with Ram? Such pure devotion is expressed in 9 ways. The ways are bhajan, kirtan, japa, satsang, and so on. Total surrender in my faith is considered the highest form of bhakti for me. Anyone who practices these 9 methods makes me very happy and reaches me without fail. That which is so difficult for saints to attain has been attained by you so easily. Blank. This is because of your sincere devotion. So you have to fill in the blanks or tell me who is Ram speaking to. This is a conversation between 2 people, and the one person out of it is Rama, Lord Rama. Who could the other person be? And I'm pretty sure most of you, probably all of you, would know this other person too, right? It's very basic awareness. It's like even if you have read Ramayana, then you would surely know, even if you've heard a bit about Ramayana or just know the main characters of it, or some characters which are very recurrent or which are very popular out of it, then you would surely know what this could be, right? So I'll just give you 5 more seconds on that too. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's move on to the next question. Question 7 reads, Vedic mythology refers to this place as an ancient settlement conquered by King Bharata in the epic Ramayana. Bharata was also called Pushkal, and so the name of the settlement became Pushkalvati. However, researchers proven this claim as debatable, hence suggests an alternative name of this town, Purushapura, or the city of men. Which modern day city is this? So we're talking about a city which is fairly popular today and has been popular throughout our history with something or the other, with some pathway, with some road or something, And this whole ancient settlement was conquered by King Bharata, according to the epic Ramayana, right? So Bharata was also called Pushkal, so this city was also known as Pushkalavati. Although this is a very debated theory and research has proven otherwise and everything, but this is one of the theories how the present day names of the city was arrived at, right? So I'll give you 5 more seconds to answer this question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. That's it. We'll be heading on to the next question now. Only once has a music album been recorded inside this place. The album Inside under double quotes was made in 1968 by jazz flautist Paul Horn, considered one of the earliest New Age musicians. The actual recording was on 25th April 1968 while Paul Horn was with the Beatles in India. The album has been reissued under the name Inside the Blank Blank. Where was this album recorded? Tell me, this is the only musical album which has been recorded under this certain place. What could this place be? And of course, this place is in India, as very well written in the second line of the second para itself, right? So you can make guesses. You can take wild guesses on this one, and you might get them right too. So just take your shots. And remember, there's a negative too. So calculated risk everywhere. Right, so I'll be just giving you 5 more seconds on this question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. That's it. We'll be heading on to the next question. Question number 9 reads, which popular UNESCO World Heritage Site and tourist spot in India gets its name from the first rock sculpture found there? Interestingly, after the 26/11 Mumbai attacks, the night ferry service to this place was suspended for 2 years. Please go on to the next slide. There's an image. Oh, there's no image. Go back to the 9th slide. We'll hold on to that slide for a moment, just for a bit. Go to the next slide now. Kanika, please go back. Once try refreshing your page.
Yes, wait, I'll just.
Yeah, please. An image is very important for this question. So, although you can still figure out with the last paragraph what it could be, but the image would help you reach a very conclusive answer too. Put it back again. Go to the next slide now. Yeah, you see that image? That's the image I'm talking about. What monument could it be? What significant monument could it be? Go back to the question slide, and I'll give you 5 more seconds to answer that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's move on to the next question now. Let's move on to the 10th question of this screening test. Modeled on which temple? Thenandur is a village located in the Tiruvannamalai district in the state of Tamil Nadu. The village was earlier known as Dakshina Halasya, and it is famous for a uniquely designed Hindu temple, Ragumai Sametha Pandurangan Kovil. And I pulled off that name at once, so it's amazing. According to the Hindi Puranas myths, this village is the birthplace of the Hindu goddess Lakshmi. The temple was built with a combination of northern and southern styles of architecture. What is this temple, the image which is seen, modeled on? Which temple does this temple reference in its build and architecture, right? So you just have to tell me what it could be. And we'll just give you 5 more seconds for that too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's head on to the next question. Question 11 reads, this feature originally allowed users to type in the search query. Click the button and be taken directly to the first result. In 2010, however, the company introduced an instant results automatic feature that immediately displays relevant results as users are typing in their query. Thus, the feature disappeared, requiring users to opt out of instant results through search settings to keep using the feature. In 2007, it was estimated that the company lost $110 million in revenue per year due to use of that feature, as it bypassed the advertisements. Identify the feature being talked about in the question. So you just need to tell me what feature are we talking about in this question. In 2010, there was another instant results automatic feature introduced in the mix, which kind of wiped out and made this feature rather obsolete until someone very tediously took out effort to just opt out of the whole thing from the search settings to keep using the feature, right? So it became virtually obsolete because of it. So you need to tell me what feature are we talking about, and I'll just give you 5 more seconds for the same. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Let's move on to the next question. Next question, Kanika. Kanika, next question.
Yes.
Yeah. Question number 12 reads, the founder of X came into this business by accident. In high school, he was the student body president, homecoming king, and track star, and then went to Stanford University with no real ambitions beyond a career in investment banking. Then, in his senior year, his brother came out as gay and told him that there weren't enough people like him willing to stand up or speak out on issues. This led him to launch X on the eve of starting law school at NYU. Give X, which counts Sierra Club, Amnesty International, and Credo Wireless as its paying clients. What could this X be? And this is also a fairly simple question. There are enough hints in the question. And I'll be giving you 5 more seconds for the same. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Let's head on to the next question. Let's head on to the next question. Right. So question number 13 reads, identify the logo. This logo is a rebus of visual pun. On the one hand, it depicts a tree, which is significant as a symbol of nature. Significant because of the Bodhi tree's importance to the story of blank. And significant because the tree is a metaphor for... Please stay on the question, Kanaka. Right. And significant because the tree is a metaphor for life and of giving. On the other hand, it shows interlinked figures of the people who have come together to create this. And I get there should be an image to that too. No, that's not the image. Reload your page, Kanika.
Give me 2 minutes.
Kanika, there would be an image. So you need to reload your page to go on to the next slide where there is an image for the same. And I see some cameras of some participants have got turned off. Oh, it's just, okay, it's back. Okay. All the cameras are back. Right. So basically, there would be an image, which is actually a logo of some entity. You need to tell me what entity are we talking about. Okay. As simple as that. Right. Yes, this is the logo. This is the image. This is the logo that we are talking about. What entity's logo is this? This is a rebus. Right. So go back to the question slide. I'll give you 5 more seconds on this question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Let's head on to the 14th question. The penultimate question of this meaning test. Very simple. One image, a minimalist image. Identify the city from the minimalist image. As simple as that. Look at the image. What could it be? And just tell me. And I won't give much time on that too. I'm not even asking what monument is this. I'm just asking what city it could be. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's head on to the last question of the quiz, and then we'll revise all the questions once we are done with the last question. Okay, so that you're able to recheck that you have marked all your answers in the right spots and everything, right? Sequentially. So question 15 reads, which art form? This art form was developed during the Ramayana period in the palace of Raja Janak. It was a domestic ritual activity which is practiced by women. This was unknown to the outside world until the massive India-Nepal earthquake 1934, when houses and walls tumbled down. Then British officer William G. Archer, while inspecting the damage, discovered the paintings on newly exposed walls. He was struck by the similarity to the work of Western artists like Miro and Picasso. What art form are we talking about? As simple as that. You all know what this art form is, very commonly talked about. So I hope that you'll be able to guess the answer. I'll give you 5 more seconds on this question too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now we'll be revising all the questions from back to start. Okay. From the 15th question, we're going back to question number 1. So this was the 15th question. Let's go to the 14th question. No, from back to start. From back to start, Kanika. Yeah. Right. So 14th was identify the city. Question number 13. It was the logo. The logo is the rebus or visual pun. Right. Question number 12. This was the logo. You have to answer that. Question number 12 was founder of X came into this business by accident. Who was this founder? And what, or rather, not the founder, rather the entity which this person founded and which counts Sierra Club and Amnesty International as its paying clients. Right? Let's head on to question number 11. This feature, which somewhat became virtually obsolete around 2010, move back, keep on going back. Question number 10. Modeled on which temple? You see a temple being talked about. Around which temple was this modeled? Let's go back. What is this UNESCO World Heritage Site? Keep going back. Question number 8. Where was this album recorded? Question number 7. What modern day city are we talking about? Question number 6.
तुम्हें काम करो ना लोकेशन भेज रहे हैं आप
Right. So we were at question number 6. Who is Ram speaking to? We'll go back to question number 5. Question number 5 was X. You have to tell me X. What is this word or what is this name of the goddess? Question number 4. Question number 4 was about this biological anomaly and what does this relate to? What are the words X and Y? Right? Question number 3. Name the first astronaut in space. As simple as that. Question number 2. Everybody's a Don until the real Don walks in. Who are we talking about and what is the significance of that PO box number? Question number 1. An essential worker. You have to give me the significance of the bishop. As simple as that. Please stop the presentation. We'll be now asking the participants to submit all their Google Forms. You have 5. I'll give you 2 minutes to submit all your Google Forms. I'll be taking a note. There are about 1, 2, 3. There are about 12 participants in the meeting. So I'll be expecting 12 Google Forms to reach me in the next 2 minutes.
Pranjal, why are you disturbed? Pranjal, why are you disturbed? Seeing here and there? Got angry or what?
We have received 7 responses already, just waiting for 5 more. Three more responses, and I'll just give you last 30 seconds to send in your responses, or else we'll be closing the Google form. 1 more response, and we'll just close the Google form.
Atharv.
Yes, sir.
Yes. There's 1 more person left to send in the Google form. We've received all the Google form. That's it. And I'll be closing the accepting responses button now so that no more further response would be taken. And these would be the ultimate last 5 seconds. Anyone who wants to send, anyone who's left out, please send it now or notify me in the next 10 seconds. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm closing. You cannot send, closing the Google form. You cannot send any more responses from now. Right. No more responses to be taken. Right. We've received some great responses there. We'll be discussing the answers right now. The results to this will be declared later in the evening itself after the whole tabulation of the marks is complete. The results won't be declared right now. So we'll just discuss the answers to the questions at the moment. Kanika, could you put on the second presentation where the answers are also there? Right. So let's go on. Go on to the first question. What was the answer to this question? Any guesses from the participants?
Claus.
Santa Claus.
Indeed, it was Santa Claus. Exactly. It was indeed Santa Claus. This bishop is how we know today as Santa Claus. So a very generous man indeed. Let's head on to the next question. Show the answer slide and then we'll go to the next question. Santa Claus. Let's go on to the second question. Everybody had on until the real Don Sin. Who is this person? Indeed, it is Donald. It is Don Bradman. Donald Bradman. Sir Donald Bradman and his famous test average of 99.4. If you give me both the parts, you get full points. If you give me one of the two parts, you'll get half the points. Right? So let's move on to the next question. Who was the first?
Alan
Indeed,
Shepard.
Indeed, it was. So one of the responses was Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin was a cosmonaut technically. Alan Shepard was the first astronaut. So the people who go from Russia are known as cosmonauts, and the people who go through NASA are known as astronauts, or from rest over the world, right? So it was Alan Shepard was the first astronaut to go into space, right? Let's head on to the next question. And got you. You said Yuri Gagarin. That's what I was expecting generally to come. Let's head on to the next question. Question number 4 was, due to rupture of bicep tendon, a bulge is developed in the person's arm. What is this also known as?
Popeye.
X is Popeye and Y is spinach.
Exactly. It is indeed Popeye and spinach. That was the connect. So some random scientist said that spinaches can actually lead to something similar from happening, something similar to happen, right? And Kanika, just hold on to the question slide until I don't ask you, don't move on to the answer slide. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 5, according to mythology, indeed it was
Goddess.
right. So exactly. So you just, yeah, right. So you have to say Swaha before making offerings to make that offering legible, right? So it was Swaha. Let's go on to the next question. Who is Ram speaking to?
Shabri.
Indeed, it was Shabri. Indeed, it was Shabri. The Ram was speaking to Shabri. The conversation was just about that. If you know the edict of Shabri Ke Ved, you would have read it in your Hindi literature too, I believe. So it was Shabri indeed. Let's head on to the next question. What is the city that we were talking about?
Peshawar.
Peshawar. Indeed, it was indeed Peshawar. Let's head on to the next question. The city of Peshawar. What was this place where this album was? Yeah.
Taj Mahal Agra.
Taj Mahal.
Exactly, it was definitely Taj Mahal. So Paul Horn recorded an album inside of Taj Mahal, and the album's reissue was called Inside the Taj Mahal. Let's head on. Yes, Inside the Taj Mahal. Question number 9: which popular UNESCO World Heritage Site and tourist spot in India gets its name from the first rock spot?
Elephanta Caves.
Exactly, it was indeed Elephanta Caves, as evident from the sculpture that we were seeing on the second slide. Let's head on to the next question. Modeled on which temple? Which temple are we talking about?
I think Shore Temple of Mahabalipuram.
Not really. Any other guesses?
Pandurang Swami Temple.
No.
Jagannath Temple.
Indeed, it is the Jagannath Temple of Puri. Go on to the answer slide. Puri Jagannath Temple in Odisha. That's on what it was modeled on, right? So a lot of people got this one wrong at least. So let's head on to the next question. What is this feature that we're talking about?
I'm feeling lucky.
I'm feeling lucky.
Indeed, exactly. It is I'm feeling lucky. If you just go on to Google, you can find there used to be this button which read I'm feeling lucky. So you could have used that feature. And yeah, so now it's virtually obsolete now. No one uses it and there is no use of it as such too. Let's head on. Right. Question number 12. What was this entity that we are talking about? Any guesses on this one? I'm very surprised that no one is even willing to say anything on this question. No guesses? Wow, that's surprising, honestly.
George.
Yeah. What's your guess?
George Soros.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Repeat.
George Soros.
No, not George Soros. You need to tell me the entity. I'm not asking the name of the person as such. You need to tell me what this entity is. Right? Any guesses? There are no guesses. That's really surprising, honestly. No guesses? Wow. So the answer to this question was, let's go on to the answer slide. Change.org. As simple as that. The guy was Ben Rattray. Ben Rattray was the founder, and it was change.org. So there's a random meme there too. We'll head on to the next question with that. Identify the logo. You saw that logo. What entity does this logo represent or something?
It is the logo of Nalanda University.
Indeed, it is the logo of Nalanda University. Go to the answer slide, and in that motion only, let's move on to the next question. Right, it was the Nalanda University. Next question. Identify the city. What city could it be? And if you can tell me the monument with brownie points. What? What is this monument?
Shaniwar Wada.
Indeed, it is Shaniwar Wada and Pune. Excellent answer. Let's head on to the answer slide. Exactly, it was Pune. Let's move on. Which art form are we talking about here?
Madhubani.
Got lost.
Madhubani painting.
Exactly.
Madhubani painting.
Wow. That's great that a lot of you got this one right. I didn't expect you to though, because there were some discursive clues in between. But yes, a lot of you got it right. It was the Madhubani painting. Show the answer slide. Yes, Madhubani painting. And that's it. That's it for the screening test. Those were all the questions and those were all the answers to them. We'll be tabulating your scores. It will take us some time. So the results will be declared by the evening itself. So stay tuned to that. The results will be posted by Amit Pandey sir on the group itself. So just stay tuned for that. And that's it from my end. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. Let me know how were the questions. And yeah, it was great quiz mastering this. Amit Pandey sir, if you want to take over.
Excuse me, can you please like send a screenshot or the PDF in the group if you want to of this?
PDF of what? Of the slides?
Yeah, if you.
We'll look into that because I believe like we have already discussed the answers, right? So if you would have already caught on to most of the things. So I mean, it might not be as useful because it's a tedious process to send in and everything. But yeah, we'll look into that.
They cannot share the questions. They cannot share the questions, huh? That's all in a
Okay,
report.
ma'am, no problem.
It's not shared. It is not shared.
Right. Tina ma'am, would you like to say something?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it was a short round, you could say. It was very nice. I mean, you did it very well. It was explicit, very clear and all. Clarity was there. And I think the questions were also very good. So by this, one could analyze that how much they have prepared and how much they have to. Okay, because we are looking forward to DPS Society quiz. And as you know that more than 200 DIP sites are there, I mean schools are there, and more than that participants will be there, so you all have to catch them. So please carry on your preparation. Yes, Amit sir, do you like to say something?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Though you have told the things very nicely, and Saqib, here what we are looking for the performers. So see the cutoff and all, it will be high, and we will call personally those who will get selected for this, and all the best to all of you, and many more opportunities it will come day by day. So all of you be in a rhythm and prepare yourself for quizzing and all. Okay. So may I request Narayan sir if you want to say something?
I will say thanks to everyone who are here, and the quiz was going in a magnificent way. I will thank Sakib and Kanika for organizing in a very nice way. So thank you very much. And we, as ma'am and Amit sir told, that we have a lot more responsibility, because when we be the participant will be going to represent our school, a lot more will be there, a lot more responsibility, and you can say that the student must be well versed with the quizzing, so that we have a strong chance of winning. Rest, Amit sir and ma'am is there to guide, and Sakib is also there. Thank
Okay,
you
thank
all
you
of
very
you
much.
for this.
Thank you very much, sir. And we will be contacting all those performers on the basis of the cutoff and positions. And ma'am, I mean, anything you want to say something, ma'am?
No, fine. Now we don't have time, as well as they
Okay.
have to pay attention to their examination also. And on the
Yes,
other
ma'am.
side, we have to see that there should be no gap in preparation of the quiz. So see that goes well. Okay, we have to keep a balance between two. So the performers who all will be selected and given the names. So please do not forget. Like every day you hear the news and all, and you are updated. Same way you have to get yourself updated every day. Please do not leave it at least for
Uh,
15 to 20 minutes also.
mm. And let me add, ma'am, that those who are there present in this meeting, they are the real quizzers, because in group, I think 90 to 95 students are there, but they have come forward. They have a courage to come forward
Yeah.
and take part in this training.
Yeah,
And
really
all
good.
of you, congratulations. All of you, congratulations. And you are going to rock in coming days, because your sincereness, it is there with your presence only. Let me add this word. Your sincereness is there with your presence only. So, okay, thank you very much for coming, and all the best. Now, all the quizzers can leave the meeting.
Yes,
Except
so should I just
Sakib.
end the, yes.
No, let them go. They are very sincere and disciplined. They will be leaving meeting. Okay.